We haven't done this in so long.
I know. I was thinking that too. I'm like, it's been so long.
It's been 84 years. It
It's
feels
like 1
like
week.
it.
But yeah,
Has it been 1 week or two?
it's been over. Well, I guess that we technically we pre-recorded an episode.
We
Ooh.
did.
No one knows.
A little inside baseball. Yeah, last week's episode, it was out of order.
Yep.
Yeah, we actually.
I think we even said so. If you listen to it chronologically.
Oh yeah, if you listen,
you might be able
to
to tell.
Yeah,
There's an Easter egg.
definitely. But we're here.
Here we are.
We're in a new space.
We're in a new space.
New space, new energy. And maybe not.
But
Probably new
not
space, same energy.
same energy.
How have you been, Brie? I know this has been a week for you.
It has. I know. I'm like, I don't know. Should I tell the people?
I mean,
Should I let it all out?
transparency is really in right now.
It is. Okay. Well, as you know, my cat had an injury.
Mm-hmm.
He's mostly outdoors, so something I think bit him. We don't know what. There was the vet had no insight. He's recovering though. He's doing well.
Good.
He's on the mend.
I saw the
fine.
video of him with the cute little cone,
Yeah.
which pets and cones are very cute. I feel bad for them because they're obviously injured. But
yeah. And they're like disoriented. He was like walking backwards. I low-key wanted to make a TikTok of him
you should
backing it up. I still might, you know.
I mean,
but then I'm like,
that's
am I
content.
capitalizing off of his pain?
That's
But you know,
I mean,
not really I mean, I don't make any money off of TikTok, so.
But you could be capitalizing off of your
This is-
cat's pain.
Rise me. I do have a conflicting feeling about, you know, like using your pets, you know, for that. You
Like
know
a
what I
pet
mean?
mom.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, what are the animals? I guess if I were to do that, I feel like I would have to do something with the money too, like donate to a shelter, like something, or like buy a bunch of trees. I don't know exactly.
Buy a penthouse for your cat.
Yeah, like something extravagant.
It'll be king product.
Yeah, he needs to get a cut. You know,
Yeah, just give him 10%.
just
Just 10.
not 50.
Not 15. Just do like the reverse of an agent. Because you're really
Oh wow.
doing
I'm doing all
most
the
of
work. Yeah, he's not recording. He's not thinking of like the angles. Like he's just a cat.
He's just a cat. He won't even know.
That's true.
He will not be pressed at all.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. So no harm. You're just leaving all that cat content on the table
That's
if you think
true.
about it.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah. You should. We gotta be hustlers.
We do in this society.
Yeah. In this society, in this economy.
This economy.
We gotta
We gotta
hustle.
have 10 revenue streams.
Yes. Which I like read this article about, you know, like a couple years ago, how the big thing, and I see it sometimes on TikTok. It's not in my algorithm anymore, thank God. But like the millennial side hustle,
Yeah.
and how you actually like lose money
By having too many side hustles.
by having all the side hustles, because you have to like spend money to make money. But what if
That's
it
so
doesn't like
true.
balance out?
Yeah.
Anyways, I just say have a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I kind of agree with Tina Fey's like celebrities shouldn't have side hustles. But I think about that as far as like
Oh.
people. Like how many side
Mhm.
hustles does one need? Like if you're only putting like a little bit into it, like a little passion, a
Yeah.
little love, I don't know. I'm just like go all in.
Go all in. No, I agree. Yeah, you can only have so many, I think. And I do feel like with celebrities, are they all that passionate about makeup like that to have their own makeup line? Or is that just like, oh, that's what you do? That's what the people want. They want to feel closer to their idols, I guess. And I don't know, wear the same makeup?
I guess. I mean,
Or
it's
perfume?
a tale as old as time though. I feel like
Yeah,
celebrities kind of go hand in hand with like beauty and fashion
that's true.
and whatever next. I feel like we're over as like a culture celebrity beauty brands. So like what's going to be next?
Yeah, like after that, like what are they going to do?
Like remember growing up all of those celebrity clothing brands like Stuff by Hilary
Yes,
Duff,
that's where my mind went immediately. I'm like,
Or
ooh, the Target.
Jessica Simpson's everything.
Miley Cyrus at, was it Walmart?
Oh my god, Miley Cyrus at Walmart. I mean, actually,
You know I lived for that.
you lived for it.
I wore those silver pants every day.
What did you think of? Is it Nothing to Lose, More to Lose? More to Lose.
Okay, I really enjoyed More to Lose. We just watched it.
We did.
My first impression is like, at least we watched the music video
We
too,
did.
and she's got that like it's Terry
Archival 1997 Terry Mugler.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the costumes. I love the art direction. That it's like all in black and white. Also, I feel like it reminded me of like a little Cher Turn Back Time.
A little bit mixed with like Joan Crawford or like someone like
yes.
Yeah, from a bygone era. Maybe a little Tina Turner.
Yes.
It's interesting how Miley Cyrus has evolved, you know? She's like stayed the same, yet it's so crazy to see her evolution. I had on the doc, and then I took it off because I was like, oh, I don't know how passionate I am about it anymore.
What?
But like, remember Miley Cyrus? Like, obviously she was Hannah Montana, and then, you know.
Are you talking about her Wild era?
Yeah, and not what you think. Not the Wrecking Ball Bangers era. The one that went after the Bangers era. Her, like, Dead Pets Baby Talk era.
Is that? Okay, because I sent you a TikTok recently of her singing My Neck, My Back.
Yes.
Is that from the Dead Pets or what?
That's from her Bangers era.
Is it really?
Of course.
But it led to Dead Pets.
Yes. And then her, like, dressing like a baby.
That's wild.
And then look at her now.
And look at her. She's really grown up.
She's in her... More to Lose does remind me of something. Some song, and I can't put my finger on
You
what.
and I, perhaps?
Ooh, a little bit. You and I.
Bruno Mars.
Maybe a little Bruno Mars, but it sounds like... I can't even...
I know what
put
you
my
mean.
finger on it. It's something... It's going to haunt me. And then midnight tonight.
It's like poppy, but it's also rock.
Yeah, like it's a ballad.
It's a ballad.
It's a quintessential ballad. Like she's going the Adele route. Like she's really like honing in her like I don't know, like Cher, Tina Turner drag.
Yeah.
But in a good way, in like the best way possible.
Definitely.
But yeah, she's channeling something.
I'm here for it.
I mean, she looks amazing.
She does. I know. I'm excited to see what else she's gonna.
You know what it also reminds me of?
What?
It sounds like a song off Hannah Montana, the movie soundtrack. And I'm into it.
Okay, I low-key was thinking, oh, is she going back to her country roots? Because there's some elements of the song that are a little twangy, and even like there's like a countrified synthy breakdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's going to bother me. It sounds like a specific
Climb?
song. A little bit like The Climb. But there is like a song from like the 2000s or something. I'm going to rise up. Like, just shoot up out of bed at like 2 a.m.
Please text me.
I will text you.
Doesn't matter the time.
I wonder. I will text you if I think of it, but.
No, I loved it. I'm glad to. I've been wondering what she's got going on since she released that album cover art. So.
Yeah. I'm colored curious. Was the album Something Beautiful?
Yeah. I feel like we've got a lot of new music coming. I'm excited.
Oh my God. We already have the song of the summer.
What was that?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna. I thought that was a question.
I know it kind of did come off as a question. I'm sorry, say that again. What was that?
What was that? But before we jump in, because we have a lot to unpack.
We do.
The Met Gala happened on Monday, which we're gonna be late to the party on, but whatever. That's the name of the pod. New Miley, new Lorde. We got a lot.
We do.
So
we're blessed.
We are really blessed. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
But hey, it's Nikki.
And it's Bree.
And we're late to the party.
Period.
A weekly podcast about film, fashion, and pop culture. That like completely.
Again. I don't know why the intro does that sometimes.
It really does.
It's because we're not in natural convo introducing ourselves.
It is not. I mean, what if I was just like, hey, it's Nikki. I have
like a robot.
Yeah. Hello. Oh my God. Did you see Companion?
I did. It was very good. I really enjoyed it.
I loved Companion.
I knew I was going to love this movie when I saw the previews. I really wanted to see it in theaters, though. That's the only thing. I'm like, oh, this would have been a fun one. It
would have been so fun.
You know, get the people's commentary.
I feel like it came and went in the theaters.
I also had that same feeling. I remember it came out in February.
Which would have been the perfect time, just in time for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Why not have a movie about a sex robot?
It makes sense.
When in Rome.
I guess a lot of movies, they get shorter. Like, they're in the theater for a lot shorter than they used to be, and then they go to streaming a lot quicker. And that, I think, but I guess it happens a lot more with more independent films or like newer films than like franchises that are already established, which I feel like is so wrong.
It is so wrong because, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I mean, if I'm going to talk to anyone about it, it has to be you.
Yeah.
But it's really Bleak Street.
It is.
To evoke Andre Leon Talley. It's just, it sucks because you're never going to get like a My Big Fat Greek Wedding. You're never going to get that sleeper hit that's able to grow and build and become a classic. Like, it's just not going to happen. And it's also just not fair.
It seems like a waste for the people who put all the money into the
Yes.
production. Like, how do the people get paid if it's only on streaming? Unless, are you trying to tell me like maybe the streaming services do have a lot of money to give, but it seems like they wouldn't receive as much of a cut, or I just feel like the people also don't get a chance to enjoy it as much. Like I feel, and maybe that's a bit of a lost art, is people just don't get themselves to the theater as much, but I think they should.
Maybe, but also we're not given the chance.
Yeah.
Like if something is out for like 3 weeks and then goes straight to streaming,
It's not enough time.
It's not.
They have busy lives.
Also, like word of mouth, like even 10 years ago, I feel like movies were at least given a month run. Just give 4 weeks at least. Come on.
I totally agree. Yeah.
But you know what it is too? It's not like, and like people from LA and New York and like big cities are very blessed in their vast array of movie theater choices.
Yeah.
But like if you're in the burbs or you're in a random town in South Carolina, for example, or whatever. I think Danny McBride was talking about this in an interview recently. How, he lives in Charleston and I think Charleston, maybe somewhere
I think it's Charleston, yeah.
Anyways. But they're like crappy movie theaters.
Yeah.
You're not getting, like the ArcLight in LA. Like you're not going to the Angelica.
The arts aren't being supported in the same way.
No way are you in, like the burbs, like you said. There's no Alamo Draft House. There's no
I get what you're
Nighthawk,
saying. Yeah, but there should be.
There should be, or a nice AMC.
Oh, yes.
And I think we're lucky enough that we get at least a little bit. But all those small towns, you get like the one crappy Cinemark. No one wants to go to the movies if it,
Yeah, that's a good point.
if it smells like pee in there. I've been to...
I know, there's some Cinemarks that smell like pee. It's true. I know.
Specifically Cinemarks.
It's got that pee smell. That's why we pick AMC. This is our pitch. This is how we get AMC to sponsor us.
Yes. Every AMC I've been to,
There's
immaculate vibes, no pee smell.
Yeah, they vacuum. They what is it with the carpets? They clean them.
They clean them. They
shampoo them.
Sweep.
They at least sweep.
People aren't openly answering their phone. Oh my god! When I was a kid, did I ever tell you this story? I was at a Cinemark, the old one by our old mall. R.I.P. We talked about that recently on the pod too.
That's where my mind went when you said smells like pee. My mind did go there.
That one Cinemark.
Yeah. Sadly, my favorite. It's a nostalgic pee.
On Cinema Treasures. I'm surprised I'm not in there in the comments.
Really?
Just being like, I remember back in the day. But this is my log, but it's to just our audience.
Yeah, I want to hear this story.
Okay. Cinemark. Picture this, the year's 2006. I'm a child going with my mom to see Big Mama's House 2.
Oh, snap. That sounds like a lot of fun. On the big screen?
It's lit. Yeah, packed theater. People are answering their phone, like their cell phones.
The
They're
disrespect.
like Nokia cell phones. They're Razor cell phones.
Like,
full ringtones. Because back in the day, they would be music. And people would have ringtones.
Yes. What was it recently that we were at the theater and they had a song? Was it Reba? The Reba theme song that was playing?
Oh my god. No, when we saw Baby Girl at the AMC though. But I'll let this slide because their ringtone was I'm a Survivor. And it was great. And it was during the sex scene.
that was perfectly timed.
The only time phones are allowed in the theater. But yeah. People were literally hey girl, what's up?
Oh, while the movie's playing.
While the movie's playing. While Martin Lawrence.
Did you complain? You were like,
as
as a young child, you're like, my movie was ruined. I couldn't watch Big Mama 2. I want a refund.
The arts.
The arts weren't appreciated tonight.
We have to appreciate the arts.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about?
I know. I'm trying to remember. I think we started to mention Companion.
Companion was a great film.
Yeah. Sorry, I just feel like I haven't seen you in so long.
I
It's
know.
just nice to be here.
It really is. It's been a week for you.
For me. I know another thing I didn't mention, I have an infection in my toe. It's been so
I
hard.
have a busted toe.
Got a busted toe.
Oh my god, I canceled my hot yoga membership finally.
Oh, really?
Just a tangent, yeah.
Which I'm like, is that how I got this toe infection? Or it could be from work, honestly.
Well, yeah,
Could be a combination.
why do you think yoga gave you the toe infection?
The mats, if you don't disinfect. You know, because you're up to leave it to yourself.
Oh, you rent mats.
Yeah.
That sounded
I'm
so
s-
pretentious. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I was
you
like, rent
rent
mats.
You're like, you poor slob.
No, because
Just
that's
kidding.
my fear. That's why I
Yeah.
bring my own.
I think I
mat.
might bring my own mat. I don't know if that's the cause. It could have been something else, but it could have been a contributing factor, you know?
It probably didn't help.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about my toe.
Anyways, Companion. I was really surprised. Like I said, I saw a little bit of the marketing, but it like came and went in theaters. I don't really remember it staying that long, but I remember hearing about the movie.
Yeah, I remember Loki thinking, oh, we got to get to the theater and see that. Like, maybe this would be a fun one to go see. But
It's Jack Quaid, Sophie Thatcher. Big fan of both of them.
is Jack Quaid in Scream?
Yeah.
He was that one guy. He was the bad guy there, too.
Spoiler alert, but yes.
That's why I was so annoyed with him. I feel like his character, Josh,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. That's so annoying. The worst.
Yeah, he always plays the worst. I haven't seen The Boys.
But he was
so-
like disguised as a good guy.
Definitely. Yeah, he's like typecast as the nice guy that turns out to be the villain.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It is. It's kind of a lane all his own. It's the Jack Quaid now.
Wow. Well, at least he's carving his own path, I guess.
A mid-budget movie with like a romantic lead that turns out to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of the Jack Quaid now.
It's a signature.
But I really wish, because I saw the trailer, months ago. The trailer gives it away.
You mean like that she murders him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought that too. And then what's interesting is the movie also gives it away, because in the very first few minutes, she has like a spiel about, I forget exactly which, but it's basically like, oh, the feeling you get meeting someone for the first time, or like whatever, when something happens.
Kill him.
Yeah, it happened when she met him, when she killed him. And then you're like, wait, she killed, like, and it's like, yeah, I knew that she killed him because of the trailer, but now the movie's telling me that she killed him, so they're not hiding that. So I thought that was an interesting approach.
It was. I was fine with that. I think what I wish was kept, like withheld from the audience, was the fact that she was a robot. Like she was an AI companion.
That would have been interesting.
Like, yes, the poster, you can see like she has white eyes, like dead eyes. But you might be like, is she a robot? You might not know.
Yeah.
And then the movie, you find out early on, but not as early as expected for the trailer to give it all away. Like, it puts out all the chips almost.
Almost.
I mean, there is one
there's a
twist.
Yeah.
But that's like a side character.
I know
now.
what you mean. I do enjoy a little more twists and turns. Like, I mean, I did enjoy the film. And you're right. Like, some of it is predictable.
But that's on the marketing.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, did you know the director of this film directed Fred 3? Like, hey,
Fred!
it's Fred.
Oh my God. Wait, there's a Fred 3?
Apparently. And he goes to camp.
Oh, wow.
Do you think Fred is like millennial Ernest?
Kind of.
Will that go on the history book?
Yeah, maybe. I forgot all about Fred. I feel like Lucas has rebranded himself
He really
so well
has.
that I don't even associate him with Fred anymore.
True.
You know? I mean, that is how he rose to stardom.
Mhm.
So I feel like he does have to honor the Fred in him. But at the same time, I'm
His
like,
roots.
oh, his roots. But he's so much more than Fred.
Honor your roots.
Yeah.
Did you watch Fred?
Yeah,
when you
back
were
in
a
the
kid?
day. Like, not the movies, though. Just on
Mm.
YouTube, you know? Just the short videos and him and Oh man, what was his girlfriend that he was always
Trudy?
Trudy, yeah.
I have not seen Fred in a hot second, but I know that apparently.
Yeah. So you watched Fred 2.
Yeah.
I mean, not Fred 2, the movie.
No, I haven't seen Fred 2.
Have you seen any of the movies? Or
I think so. I saw the first Fred because it has the girl from Victorious in it. Not the lead, not Victoria Justice.
Oh, okay.
And not Ariana Grande. But it has one of the gals.
Was it good or no?
No.
How did it get 2 more, I wonder?
I don't know.
It's
but
interesting.
then one of the directors went on to direct Companion.
Huh. So that's what they're known for?
I think so. I don't know any other.
Imagine that as your directing history.
I mean, it is kind of iconic. You know, speaking of like old school YouTube, you know what I was thinking about today that I haven't thought about in like 15 years?
What?
When I was a kid, or a tween, I was obsessed with Live Lava Live, or like Mitchell Davis.
That sounds familiar.
Very
Do they
much
have scene
like,
haircuts?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 2 best friends, and then the one friend left, and then it was Mitchell Davis.
Oh.
And I had the biggest crush on him back in the day, and he just had like swoopy hair and would lip sync, but very ahead of his time.
The lip syncing?
The lip syncing.
Because that's like TikTok.
Mitchell Davis would have been huge on TikTok.
No, totally.
In like that vlog style.
Yeah. I haven't thought about him in a long time.
Either. But that was also in the recesses of my brain. I've been thinking, since I've been moving.
Yeah.
I feel more in my body. I feel like memories are coming back
Good.
to me.
You do seem like you're snapping.
I am snapping. Like I'm comparing.
Like you're the robot.
Oh my God. That was the saddest moment of the film for me.
What part?
Where I was like, maybe my IQ level, like maybe I'm turned down to 14%. Like I related a lot to the.
You're like, there's a lot of dark clouds or whatever she says.
Yes. Just like, I guess in functional freeze for like 2 years of my life. That's good. Dark. We haven't even talked about Lorde yet.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. His name is Drew Hancock.
Okay.
He's directed Companion. And Fred 3, which came out in 2012. It has John Cena in it. Oh, I guess that's a running joke. But yeah, Camp Fred.
Wow. I feel like I heard about this from Lucas in one of his videos, like a little bit, but
I love Lucas.
Same. He's great.
That's
I feel like we're friends.
I do too. I really am like, I want to go on trips with Brie, like Lucas and Jacob.
We should.
We should stay at really crappy Disney resorts
that smell like pee.
Yes, I'm into it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it for the people.
I'll be like, this smells like that Cinemark.
We could rate it, on a scale.
Yeah.
Like Dusty Cinemark to I don't know, like
the Ritz-Carlton.
The Ritz
always smells very specific.
Ooh. I don't think I've ever stayed at a Ritz. Never put on the Ritz.
It's been a long time. When I was in high school, I stayed there like twice.
Ooh.
It was when I got bribed.
Bribed
to go to prom.
Who bribed you?
My mom and
they bribed you with the
godmother.
Ritz? Oh.
Yeah. They were like, if you go to your senior prom, we will take you to stay at the Ritz-Carlton and shop at Tyson's
You know what
Corner.
This sounds like? Like a Disney Channel movie. You know what I mean?
It really is.
There's like hijinks somehow.
But I still have my prom dress.
Yeah. You didn't want to go.
Betsy Johnson. I did not want to go. And I did not have a good time. So there. But
yeah.
But I met my future. I didn't meet him there, but my future husband was there.
Oh, okay.
And he made a fool of himself. And
y'all both had a bad
he
time.
knocked over the table of marble, spilt them all over. A lady said, "Do you want to help him and make a connection?" And I said, "No."
Iconic.
I said, "He's on his own."
And look at you.
Look at us now.
I love it.
I said, "I'll never talk to that guy in my life."
Oh.
Let's talk about Lorde.
Okay.
I am obsessed with this new Lorde song. What was that? And just Lorde in general.
I love Lorde. What did she drop last? Was it
Solar Power?
Yeah, Solar Power.
Mm-hmm.
Which I loved.
Yeah, Solar Power in that record is underrated. It was a vibe. It was a time.
It seemed a little short-lived, though, to me.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's interesting thinking about like Lorde's career because you know, we're the same age as Lorde, so we kind of came up with Lorde.
Yeah.
Like coming of age. So like for me at least, every record, like it blows my mind that this week Ribs has entered the charts for the first time.
What do you mean?
Like
for
it's on the charts.
It was never on the charts?
It was never on the charts. I mean, it was
for me.
For us.
For us it was.
That song is soundtracked my like teenage through like adult year. Like it really.
I guess people just associate her with the Royals.
Yeah. Which I liked, but to me, Team was another song. It was Ribs and Team for me.
Same.
That first album. And Glory and Gore is great too. I mean, that whole album's great. But, Buzzcut Season? Woof. Gonna let loose to that one. That's a good one. But Ribs is just one of those songs that just feels like being 17 or like, you know, just living life or.
Yeah.
And then Melodrama came out. Again, the soundtrack for that whole year for me. I like could not.
I do remember you were in a heavy Lorde phase for a while.
I mean, Melodrama was my album. So Solar Power was a departure.
Yeah.
From that. But what was that? The moment I heard that song, I was in.
Same.
Like the first chords, like when she's like a place in the city. I was just in. I was like, this is Lorde Summer. Like this is it for me.
Totally.
Like, the way I felt the first time I heard Ribs, and it just like it made Lorde just makes life cinematic.
Yes.
Like, existence cinematic.
That is, I feel like her music it's like you get visuals, like listening to it, there's something about the production, and the same thing with her music videos. It's all very cinematic.
Yeah, it's just something about her vision. Like, what was that? The music video is so cool.
It is. She's just like running around, cycling in the streets of New York, and
wearing belts.
Isn't there a clip from her in the middle of the street, like, or not the middle of the in the park?
Yep.
Right? Isn't that part of it too?
Yeah, the one that got shut down.
Yeah, I just love that. I don't know. It's so rebellious. She's so rebellious right now.
I know. I don't know. It feels free and it feels liberating. I just love Lorde. But this song, what was that? It's my song. It's the song of summer already for me.
Song of summer.
Last year it was Chapel Roan. Now it's Lorde.
She needs her moment.
I agree. But how do you feel about Lorde? I mean, I know you know Lorde's special to me.
I know. Yeah. I feel like I love Lorde as well. I love, like you said, Ribs is definitely underrated.
That was at every single party we went to.
I know. I thought that was. I still can't believe that's not on the charts. That doesn't seem right.
I remember us just like downtown, like blasting Greenlight.
Greenlight. Yeah.
Oh my
God. I was going
God.
to say, for me, I feel like Greenlight was my bop.
Perfect Places is another, like, just turn that up and scream at the top of your lungs.
Oh man, I don't remember Perfect Places. I feel like
the song.
I feel like there's a lot of Lorde where, like, maybe if I heard it again, I would be like, oh yeah, well duh. Yeah. You know? I need to brush up on my Lorde.
You should.
Oh my Lord.
You need to brush up on your Lorde. It sounds like you're about to open up a Bible. My Lord and Savior episode title. My Lord, our Lord and Savior.
Oh, but I love, there's something like about her voice and her lyrics that just, they make you like introspective, I think, and great driving music.
That's the best music. If you are going on a night drive and you play it, to me, that's a testament. There's like no bar higher.
I think that's why I love Greenlight so much. Especially when I'm at the stoplight.
You're like, I'm waiting for it. A green light. I want it.
Yeah.
No, I've really literally been on a red light and been like blasting that song.
Yeah. Soundtrack to my life.
Yeah. But what was I going to say? You know, what was that? Does sound like the love child or like the older sister song to Ribs and Greenlight.
It does. Yeah.
It like builds on it.
I love that she just went against the police's orders saying anyway.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, at that point, why not?
It's just one song, you know?
Yeah, you got to get in and get out.
Yeah.
You're like, why not?
I'm like, how did she do this, though, with all the people? Like, the fans are, like...
swarming. Have you seen those TikToks of people and, like, fans in the New York City street screaming Ribs? like singing at the top of their lungs.
I've seen them like singing. Yeah.
A moment.
I mean, they're just kind of having their own concert basically because she's not there. So they're just like, we're just going to vibe.
You know, Lorde is going on tour.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you see the tour dates?
Are they coming up soon?
Well,
is there something we
can touring in the fall?
Ooh.
She's coming to DC.
I've been manifesting a concert for us for a while, and maybe that'll be the one.
Yeah, she's coming to DC, I think October 3rd.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So,
all right. I'm gonna
we can't go to the Mayhem Ball.
I know.
We don't have $5,000.
I'm so upset by this, by the way. I did look into that and I saw the prices and I'm like, are you kidding me? But I think a lot of it is the resale price.
It is.
And that is so messed up. Like, I think everyone should have a chance to see Gaga.
I think so too. I have seen her twice, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see her again.
Same. I saw her once, but I mean, she just keeps making great music. Like, please don't gatekeep Gaga.
I know. I feel like she is really, it's gatekept.
Yeah, and it's not her fault.
Mm-mm.
That's so messed up. Who are these people that are buying these tickets? And I feel like there should be, you know what I think? There should be a cap online. I think it's also the ticket service, like the Ticketmaster. They should be like, your amount cannot exceed like double the price you paid or something.
Yeah.
You know, if you paid like $200, maybe you could sell it for $400 and get your $200 back.
I don't know how that works, and I know dynamic ticket pricing. People talk about that a lot, but basically, I'm like, am
even
I
the bad
Gaga
seats are like $1,000?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And also the closest she's coming to us is MSG.
Yeah,
and that's a schlep.
I know. So if we're gonna schlep, like, oh
yeah,
I'm so crestfallen.
However, Lorde is coming to DC, so
we're saved.
So thank the Lord.
Yay.
And her new album, Virgin's, coming out.
Oh, right. Yes. Nick, tell me about the lore of like the PowerPoint and the lore. Like, how does this relate to Jack Antonoff?
Okay.
I'm
like I just want to crack my knuckles. Just
like I've been hoping you'd ask this question.
Yeah, you know,
it's a lot to unpack, isn't it?
It is, but it isn't. Okay, I'm gonna open up. There's a great writer on Substack who has a Substack called Bitchfork.
What a great name.
Because, like I've said, I just moved. So somewhere amidst the boxes is my printed out Lorde PowerPoint.
Oh, you actually have it?
Oh my
gosh.
Of course. If I found it in time,
you would have pasted it up.
I would have been like, It's Always Sunny meme style.
What? I can like in post.
Yes, please.
Just pop it back.
I mean, everything goes back to that Lorde PowerPoint for me.
Yeah.
So much.
I remember a good chunk of it.
Me too. And when I listen to What Was That, I think about me. When I hear MDMA in the garden, blow my pupils up, I think about me in summertime fun and the fun I will have in the summertime. And
you're like, I'm
and since I was 17, I'm like, yeah, I was 17 once too, Lorde.
Yeah, but you weren't doing all that.
I gave him everything, you know.
Yeah.
And by everything, I don't know what I mean, but I feel like it. You know, I'm really selfish when it comes to that. I'm like, yeah, my life is a movie. And I'm the only girl, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I read this article from Bitchfork and I was like, Nikki, it's not that deep. Don't look into these lyrics. Don't bring up this PowerPoint again. It does not relate back to this PowerPoint and
so you don't think it does?
It does. And this is why it does. It does. it does. But did I look into it myself? Let me just state that I did not.
Okay. Bitchfork put the legwork.
Yeah, Bitchfork put the legwork in because I told myself I don't need to do that. I'm just you're
like, I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm not going to get into the lore. Yeah, and then there it is.
It reeled me back in because life always goes back to this PowerPoint. So anyways, speaking of that lyric, MDMA, the lyric is MDMA in the back garden, blow our pupils up. We kissed for hours straight. Well, baby, what was that? I remember saying then, this is the best cigarette of my life. Well, I want you just like that. So, MDMA, as we know, is Molly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And in 2021, Lorde told Vogue that her albums could be distinguished by the substances she was using at the time. Pure heroin, alcohol.
Oh my God. She was actually doing heroin?
No. Alcohol.
Wait. Pure heroin meant alcohol?
No. Pure heroin is the album with royals on it and ribs. You know, the black with the white.
Yeah.
Pure heroin with an E.
Oh, heroin. But she wasn't on heroin.
No, she was on alcohol.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just like really concerned. I know that would be in the past, and not that people can't come out of that.
No. We are not slandering Lorde on this podcast.
Okay.
But melodrama, she said, was Molly, aka MDMA, and then solar power was weed, which obs.
Yeah.
I mean, stoned at the nail salon.
Yeah, it's kind of obs. Even just the album art.
Yeah.
Gives stoner vibes.
I love the album art for solar power.
I do too.
Like the up the butt shot.
Up the butt. Yeah. No, it's
you know what I mean.
It's artsy. Yeah.
Yeah. An artsy up the butt shot is all you need. So yeah. So she associates melodrama with MDMA already.
Yeah.
Just gets my gears turning.
Mm.
And it did the first listen, but like I said, I tried not to think about it that deep.
Right.
Then she does say in what was that? Indio haze, we're in a sandstorm and it knocks me out. I didn't know then that you'd never be enough for me. Well, remember in that Lorde PowerPoint when she says that she went to Coachella in 2016 with Jack Antonoff and they wrote Sober and Sober 2.
Yeah. You think something was going down? I mean, they were hooking up, perhaps?
I mean, that's what the lore is. But also she might be referencing it in the song because Indio haze. Coachella.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see it. I get the connection. Yeah.
Then in the chorus, she says, since I was 17, I gave you everything. Now we wake from a dream. Well, baby, what was that? Which also, haven't we all been in like a situation where we're like, in retrospect, being like, what was that?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Lorde and Antonoff met when she was 17.
You know, okay, this lyric was shocking with the context of the PowerPoint and everything. And thinking about it, I was like, wait, she was only 17?
Yeah.
I forgot. The talent, like, you know, she was so talented and she was so young at the, starting her career. That's kind of creepy.
Apparently, Jack Antonoff was 30 at the time and dating Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
But it's
Wild.
all alleged.
It's all, yeah.
But yeah. I don't know, though. Since I was 17, I gave you everything. I interpreted my first listen as just she started her career when she was 17 and she like put her all into it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I interpreted that lyric.
I could hear that too.
Also, I don't know if the math is exactly correct on this timeline, but that's okay. Ooh, now in a blue light. So, yeah, she says, do you know you're still with me when I'm out with my friends? And she references a blue light. You weren't feeling my heat when I'm in the blue light. Down to be myself, right? I face reality. It's interesting. She was waiting for the green light. Now she's in the blue light.
What does that mean?
So, maybe.
Sad?
Blue light.
Blue is sad. I mean, like, what? You're feeling my heat when I'm in the blue light. Down to be myself.
What is blue light? I mean, I know what blue light is, but like
maybe it shows, you know how like they show your imperfections of your skin like under the blue light?
Yes.
Like maybe it exposes something underneath, like the layers.
Oh, so now she's in her reality.
Yeah.
You're smart.
But she is also not waiting for the green light. You know?
Yeah, she's like following her own truth, her own path. But did you see the album cover for Virgin?
Yeah. I was trying to figure it out. I'm like,
that's her pelvis?
Yeah.
And that's her buckle.
Because it's a belt buckle. Oh my God. Thank you so much for explaining that because I could not put that together. I'm like, why is there like a turned sideways like Polaroid with like a line? And okay, I knew that the zipper was probably pants.
It does look like a camera a little bit.
Okay.
But
yeah, and then I'm like, is that on a tripod? Like, what is this trying to say?
Well, the album cover, it is blue light.
It's pelvis.
It's an X-ray of her pelvis, which is interesting. You can see her IUD right there, which I love. But yeah, that's a belt buckle. But the blue light.
Yeah.
She's like this X-ray. She's like facing reality. This is her coming back to form, I guess.
Yeah. Didn't she say something like the album is like crystal clear? Like there's no, well, I don't know if she said there's no color exactly, but
yeah,
just that she wants to like she's trying to look back, and I feel like I'm butchering this.
Yeah, no, I have it pulled up.
Oh, good. She said the color of the album is clear like bathwater, windows, ice, spit, full transparency. The language is plain and unsentimental. The sounds are the same wherever possible. I was trying to see myself all the way through, trying to make a document that reflected my femininity. Why is that a hard word to say? Femininity? Raw, primal, innocent, elegant, open-hearted, spiritual, masculine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love this masc Lorde vibe that she has in the music video for what was that?
Same.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I'm into it.
I'm into it too. Yeah.
I love the belts. I keep saying the belt, but this era of Lorde to me is
I'm ready for it.
The green light, you want it?
I want the
blue
green light.
Yeah. You want
the blue light.
You know, but speaking about like relating to Lorde and kind of growing up with Lorde and her music, I am also in a phase in my life where I am trying to go more blue light.
Yeah. Same.
You know, and I know like the podcast is evolving. Like we're gonna take certain steps and just be on our like own and raw and
again.
Yeah, we're going into a different territory. I think like in my life, I'm also trying to, I don't know,
navigate.
Yeah, because like a lot of things in my life that worked when I was in my early 20s don't work now. You know?
Yeah.
Just like I have to not be a new person, but there's
become another person.
Yeah, but no, just like evolve.
Yeah, shed some layers.
Yeah,
I feel that too.
Like we're not the same people we were in 2018.
You can't be the same.
No, and it's kind of been hard for me to come to terms with a little bit, but
yeah,
there is something sexy about going into adulthood and being an adult.
There is. I agree. Yeah. Adulthood's sexy.
Adulthood is sexy.
Yeah.
You know, I've been
stepping into your own is sexy.
It is. And, you know, Lorde stepping into her masc energy, which is like always something I feel like has been something I'm surprised that Lorde hasn't expressed in her art more, because she does have masculine energy in the best ways. I do get
that vibe sometimes. But yeah, in the best way.
Yeah. Oh, but she says, I'm proud and scared of this album. There's nowhere to hide. I believe that putting the deepest parts of ourselves to music is what sets us free.
I love that.
Which
I love it. I love that she's like gonna be full transparency with this album.
Yeah. I mean, like, Girl So Confusing, when she did her remix on that track.
Yes. I was thinking about it. Like, did this trigger something? Like, her collaboration with Charlie XCX, did it maybe stir something up to be like, you know what? Let me re-examine something, you know, because
she's so transparent.
Yeah. I just wonder, you know?
Yeah. I read somewhere that it did help push her to complete the album. But yeah, even when we talked about it last year, like that one line about like starving herself thinner and then gaining all the weight back, it's such like a simple, like she was saying in this like mission statement, it is interesting that it's just like plain, it's unsentimental, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
But in a song, like that's why I think Charlie XCX and Brat's so genius too, you know?
She's also very vulnerable. I love that whole album.
I like this direction. Are we having a Brat summer again?
I know. Again, it's funny how they got confused for each other. I saw Charlie XCX, like that interview where they thought she was Lorde and she just rolled with it. It was so funny.
So funny. Big fan of Royals.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's so cringe though. On the the host or whoever that was interviewing her, I'm like, oh no, you didn't research your own guess.
Oh,
it's wild.
That's been happening on the red carpet a lot lately. I don't know if you've seen like coverage.
Oh, and people are getting names wrong?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Okay, just something I noticed real quick relating to that. The Vogue, whoever's editing in Vogue, someone is doing a slack job.
Oh no.
Because when you go to see every look from the Met Gala, right? This is what they say. We, of course, saw this year's official and extremely stylish co-chairs at the event, including A$AP Rocky, Lewis Hamilton, Coleman Domingo, and Lewis Hamilton.
Again.
And I'm like, wait, Lewis Hamilton's there twice. Are there two Lewis Hamiltons? Or
yeah. In Vogue's defense, this article went up so fast.
Yeah, I think they were like rushing.
Which I get it for the time we're in.
Yeah.
I
But
get
we
it.
need to take our time.
We need to, yeah.
You know? Why do we need the information so... Or like maybe, I guess, the pictures, but...
I agree. I don't know. I don't know how it was done back in the day. That's why I take the
I know,
pause.
like, how did they, like, print things, like, to be ready so quickly?
Yeah. And how are they so on top of it in comparison?
I don't know.
Well, also Vogue. I mean, I know it's probably different people, but Vogue specifically had, like, 10 articles. I mean, maybe that's exaggerating, but they had so many things up, like, so quick.
About the Met Gala?
Yeah.
And you said they were interviewing people and getting their names wrong?
No, not for the Met.
Just on the red carpet?
Just on the red carpet lately. I feel like every time I've, like, tuned in, they're saying, like, they're not brushing up. But they're not journalists, too. Have you noticed influencers are now interviewing?
I was going to say influencers are...
Which I'm not talking about Emma
Chamberlain. I was
going to
say, although I love Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah, like, no Emma Chamberlain
so
slander.
Yeah.
What did you think of her look?
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved it. It's like a deconstructed pantsuit, but it's like also a dress, and it's
the cutout.
Yeah, the cutouts are really cool.
The glasses.
She is on my What are the categories that we gave them?
Well, so the theme this year was tailored for you, but the exhibit it's about dandyism, and I know that when I think of a dandy, Andre Leon Talley comes to mind.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Andre 3000.
Well.
I guess that'd be my answer. But yes, obviously Andre.
Which is only
Talley.
Andres. But yeah, so ranking the outfits on the scale of Andre Leon Talley quotes, specifically from that one interview. So worst dressed, Famine of Beauty, or Bleak Street, and then Andre Leon Talley during the 2015 China Through the Looking Glass Met Gala, he called Rihanna, who was in that gorgeous yellow
golden
number,
yeah, I remember,
the Queen of the Night.
That's unforgettable.
So who's your Queen of the Night? Who's Bleak Street? And who's a Famine of Beauty?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
The 3 categories.
Well, Rihanna is obviously Queen of the Night again. I loved her, like, it's like a play on a pantsuit, but it's like well, now that I'm looking at it again, I don't know if is that one piece or two that it looks like it might be sewed together. So it's like the bottom of her, I think it's a dress. It's Marc Jacobs. She's wearing Marc Jacobs. I love her giant hat. I love the collar with the tie. Like, the proportions are really funky.
Yes. Well, and that's where she announced her 3rd child with the baby bump.
Yes. Oh, I love
But
her
I'm even
shoes,
looking
too.
at, that's what I was about to say.
Look at those. They're like Oxfords, but they're heels and they're pointy. And
all the pinstripes.
Yes. I love a good pinstripe. And it's really cool. It looks like a pinstripe coat, but it's around the waist. Like, somehow, like, I just love a lot of these looks that I've seen. I love how they're playing with not just the silhouettes, but like suits in general.
Which is what I wanted to see. I went into watching the coverage for the Met being like, I'm going to be pissed if they're not all wearing suits.
Yeah.
And I feel like that can, like, looking through all the photos of every celebrity, if they weren't wearing a suit, they get the boot.
They get the boot. Yeah, I was going to say, do you have any, because, like, I don't have any Famine of Beauties of the Night, but do you? Okay, because I want to know.
Do you have a guess?
Let me see who my Bleak Street is, which I feel like is kind of in the middle. I don't know. Is it Hailey Bieber? No, I liked her look. It wasn't that bad.
I think it was the Bleak Street.
Bleak Street. That's what I said. Kendall Jenner?
Bleak Street.
Kylie Jenner?
Oh, no. Queen of the Night.
Okay. I just feel like her look was so close to Rihanna's.
I agree.
But it wasn't the worst.
Yeah. I love Kylie Jenner. I think out of all of the Kardashian Jenners, Kylie, is my favorite, but also best dressed.
If I had to guess a person, is it someone that we both would know, or is it okay? Because there are so many names, there's so many pictures, and so many people that I'm like, oh, I don't know who that is.
So many gorgeous people that I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many great outfits too. So is it
many.
Pharrell?
No. Not Zendaya.
I know it's not Zendaya.
That's the Queen of the Night.
She's Queen of the Night.
It's okay. Her outfit, Zendaya's, is giving Bianca Jagger. It's giving Diana Ross in mahogany. Like, gorgeous.
I love the silhouette of the pants and with the hat and like how it covers her eye. Like the way she's standing, she really knows how to pose. She reminds me of like a sketch drawing. You know, like those fashion sketch-ups, like with the models and stuff while they're designing the clothes. That's what she reminds me of.
She's a designer's dream. I mean, she's in a Louis Vuitton, immaculate. I mean, look at the
tailored, and it really is tailored to her.
It is tailored for her, and it's on theme with the dandy. Like, it plays homage to so many things. It's a little 70s. I love a flared pant.
Look at those pockets, too. Yeah, the longer I'm just like, perfection.
It's perfection.
But I'm like, who could be, like, worst dressed?
Oh, you know, Io Debris, apparently the gorgeous beading on that is from a specific tribe in Nigeria that her family's from.
Aw. I love that.
Love that nod.
That's really cool. I love her jacket too that she's got. It's like a floor-length leather jacket. Crazy.
It's tailored.
It's tailored. Her. Yes. Raul Domingo. Coleman Domingo's husband.
Yeah, he's always slays.
He's slay. Yeah, they both slay.
He's a queen of the night too.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get, like, I mean, how well known is this person?
Very well known. I think we talk about her way too much.
Is it someone we love or someone we hate?
It's someone we're indifferent about.
Someone we're indifferent about. That we talk about too much?
Probably. We fan cast her and everything because we can't figure out a person. I love Chapel Roan and her take on, like, disco dandy.
I love that too.
Which is that? Who is it?
It's Paul Tazwell.
Yeah. It's giving Marc Jacobs, like, circa 2017.
I love it. I love the patchwork and her makeup too.
I love.
Is it
hair.
Usher? No, we don't. I think he looks really. I gotta say, Usher looks great. Is it? No.
I love Sabrina Carpenter.
Like, who are we fan cast? Can you, like, give me a hint? Like,
Euphoria.
Well, we don't really cast Hunter Schafer. I love Doechii, by the way. Queen of the Night or King of the Night.
King of the Night. The only thing that I have so many I love, because she's wearing Vuitton, obviously. I'm not sure how I feel about the branding thing on her cheek.
To be honest, I didn't even notice that until just now. I'm like, that's a little odd.
It unsettles me a lot. And I can't put my finger on exactly why.
I don't know if
And also, I'm white, so I don't know if I have a real...
Yeah, I wonder what the meaning... There must be some meaning behind it. I love her shoes, though, and her like, I love the fit, and I love that she's holding a cigar. It's kind of masculine vibe. I love her fro. But yeah, I don't know about that. That's interesting choice. I didn't even notice until just now, like, zooming in. Interesting.
Cardi B, Queen of the Night.
Queen of the Night. I love this. Or, well, is that part of a gown? I thought that was a jacket, but...
I thought those were pants.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, what? I don't know if this is all one piece or two, but I love... She looks fabulous. And this also looks like something maybe, like, 70s inspired.
100%.
It's like fringe. There's tapestry. It's velvet.
And she's in Burberry, but... Whoa.
I love this. This is, I mean...
She's never looked better, Cardi B.
I totally agree.
Keke Palmer looked great in Vera Wang.
She did. I even love, like, the pants under the dress, you know?
It's amazing. I love her hair, too. It's just so fun.
You know, I don't know if I'll be able to I guess...
It's Sydney Sweeney.
Oh.
She's the famine of beauty.
Yeah, where is she?
She looks like... I don't know if this is too rude to say that it's giving, like, Dillard's. Like, sales rack. Like,
I knew exactly that third floor sales rack.
You know what? It's a famine of beauty. It's a famine of beauty. It's a famine of beauty, honey. My eyes are starving for beauty.
I know what you're saying. Oh my gosh, I gotta find her. This list is too long.
It is.
That's my only gripe with this list. Oh, okay. I'm remembering this. I know what you're saying. I don't know if it's completely on theme. Like, it's, I mean, not that everyone has to wear a pantsuit and stuff, but I don't know if I hate it, but I don't know if I love it, you know? Maybe it's the silhouette. Maybe it needs more shoulder. I'm not sure. But I see what you're saying. It's like the material. What is that? I wonder what she's wearing.
Who is she wearing?
It says she paid Kim Novak, a fellow blonde bombshell, for her role in Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Which,
Okay.
but I guess maybe it could be tailored to her in a way because she's a bombshell. You know, maybe that's what she was thinking.
But yeah, Sydney Sweeney's my Famine of Beauty.
Okay.
Who's your worst dressed?
I don't have. I thought everyone dressed very nice. You know, for the most part. I mean, there's a couple plain Janes, but I didn't really see anyone that I was like, ooh. You know what I mean? I did like. There's a lot of looks I noticed from this brand, Fear of God, that I really thought those looks were.
What was snatched. One of the?
Let me see if I can find them. There's like a whole bunch of people that had the same designer. I noticed like there's some people that had, you know, I mean, it'd be like Ruth. What's her name? Ruth.
While we're on it, Queen of the Night for me, Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo is Queen of the Night for sure.
Like I love both of his looks. The first we're looking at now is the cape. Screams Andre Leon Talley.
Definitely.
And Valentino. Oh my gosh.
Wait, he had another look?
He did.
Is it under the cape?
Yes, and it was beautiful.
Oh my God. I only saw the cape. I didn't see it on this list.
But he was co-chair. Obviously, Coleman Domingo is kind of my favorite style, like person of the moment, style-wise, too.
I was going to say, I feel like there's some people, too, who like dress with this theme already, like Andre 3000.
One of my best of the night. I loved the piano.
Yes.
And then I love that he released an album where it's an illustration of him wearing the piano.
I didn't know that. Just recently?
The same night, I believe.
Wow. Okay.
And
Outkast has been inducted in the Hall of Fame, the
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like they should. I love Outkast.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I'm like, that's cool.
That is.
But also, Janelle Monáe. I feel like she's been wearing these outfits already as well.
She's a great example of like a female dandy.
Yeah, I feel like she already is a female dandy, basically.
Yeah. This night was made for her, and I loved her outfit as well.
I did too. She looked like a surrealist painting.
She did.
It was so cool.
It was also so cool because, like, with her and with Coleman Domingo, especially in the second look, because obviously
I do want to see his second
the cape
look.
is a reference to Andre Leon Talley, but they just exemplify dandyism in their everyday life. So it already seems tailored for them.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Also, I love that Coleman Domingo is getting his flowers because he is one of the best actors around.
There's the side-by-side comparison of him and Andre.
Yeah. Ooh, that's the suit.
That's the one. Ooh, okay, yes. Ooh, I like the pattern mixing. And the giant flower. Ooh, let me see the full look. Ooh, and his pants. They're kind of like a little wide leg, maybe?
Which just, if I close my eyes and, like you say, think of a, like, dandy.
Yeah.
That's what I think of, that, like, pant.
I feel like his looks, they always land, you know? He knows how to wear the garment.
He really does.
And he's fine. He's a fine man.
Coleman Domingo is fun. I liked Bad Bunny even.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't see his. I like his bag, too.
Which apparently his hat it's like a Puerto Rican style hat, so it's like with his roots. It's tailored to him.
That's really cool. Okay, I do like how people interpreted this. That's cool. And then his gloves, his bedazzled gloves, I love that. I love how the yellow coordinates with the Prada bag and his like shirt underneath. Wow, I dig it. Those are rulers. I didn't.
Tailored for her.
Huh.
Not to just say the name the whole time. That was one of my favorites, Tessa Thompson.
Her silhouette's really cool.
It's amazing.
It reminds me of something like in the 1800s, maybe, or, you know.
It does.
Something like that.
It looks like she just stepped off a train.
Yeah, that hat is funky, too.
Love it. I even love her hair, how it's also just like a blunt triangle, kind of to match the shapes.
Yeah, there are some really cool there's Cardi B again. Love it. I love her hair like this, too.
So good. So 70s.
Yeah. Like, is that her natural hair? Or it's hard to tell. But I feel like we don't see her hair blown out like that big a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It's usually like sleek and like long. I don't know. I like it. Oh yeah, there's Omar Apollo. He got the Bleak Street just because I feel like I liked his outfit, but his hair wasn't doing it. The Sweeney Todd wasn't doing it for me.
It is a little Sweeney Todd. It's a little e-boy.
Yeah, I feel like he just needed to like do a little something with his hair. Like even the color could be fine. Like it's kind of a fun pop of color. So I think he just could have added some gel. Like just, style it a little different.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. I would, it's a little bleak straight.
Yeah. That'd be my worst.
Definitely. Who else did I? Oh, honestly, my true queen of the night, full stop, besides Andre 3000, because he's just my man. He's my king of the night. Laura Harrier in Custom Zach Posen.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
That's it.
Whoa. Okay, her waist is so cinched, and it's like a tuxedo waist, and then her sleeves are like big bell sleeves, but they're sheer, and they're also still like a chemise kind of style. They have like the cuffs at the end, and then her pants are crazy, and I love them. They're like satiny, but giant bell bottoms, like crazy wide shoes. Legs.
Wide, like the sleeves.
Oh my god.
Which it's just fascinating that it's custom Zach Posen, but Zach Posen right now is the head of Gap. So this is in a roundabout way Gap. Huh. But yeah, no, Laura Harrier was my queen of the night. Because it gives the tailoring. Mm-hmm. It's a little nod to dandyism, but then it's also that like Diana Ross and Mahogany again, Bianca Jagger, like
just super exaggerated.
Yep.
But that's
everything.
Art.
It's the wide, like it's everything I love in what this theme is. So
yeah.
But there are so many men who, to be honest, I don't know their names.
Did you see Adrian Brody?
Oh yeah, Adrian Brody. He was serving. I love him.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff, I love him too.
I know I could keep talking about them. There's so many great ones, but yeah. Did you see the footage of Megan Thee Stallion bring out Queen Latifah for Unity at Coachella?
I mean,
what is going on?
Amazing.
Okay, I'm really upset. Like usually with Coachella, there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, I wish I would have gone. Oh, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know. Would I really want to enjoy like a music festival for 3 days? Like on one hand, it's like, ooh, the like 70s girl in me is like, ooh, Woodstock vibes. Like, oh, that could be immaculate. And then I'm like, oh no, the porta potties, the messiness. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then the artists, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. And then other ones I'm like, I don't care about. But this year, I feel like there's so many that I really almost wish we had gone to Coachella.
It was a great lineup. And also now looking at ticket prices for the Mayhem Ball,
we could have paid that and saw so many artists.
And Gaga. So it's kind of worth it if you think about it. Like Austin City Limits, if I would have known, I would have wanted to go. I mean, just because the Strokes were like headlining.
Yeah.
But so many other people. So now I'm like, is there a case for music festivals? Like, is it a little more economic? Oddly.
I think
because you can see all the artists. But then also, like, I don't want to be around the porta potties.
But I guess you could leave at any time. We'd really have to look at like the times of our favorite artists. We'd have to like plan it because I don't think you can see it all, right? Because there's multiple stages.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You're gonna have to pick and choose. I think
that's true.
Which it'd be hard if there was like a couple artists that you really love. You know,
a lot of logistics. But I loved Megan Thee Stallion bringing out Queen Latifah.
Yeah,
and that's what I think because I watched the Missy Elliott set.
That was disappointing. The people's reactions was disappointing. Missy Elliott did not disappoint.
No,
just to,
she slayed. She put it out all on the line. I loved her. I loved Loose Control.
How can you stand? Like, how can Loose Control play and you not just like move your body?
And I saw like a lot of the comments were like, "Oh, it's just because people are younger."
No. It was everyone.
Yeah,
it wasn't just Gen Z or I don't know.
Also, lose control.
You're supposed to lose control.
If you hear Fat Man Scoop, even a recording of Fat Man Scoop,
you
gotta get up. Like,
and even move. Just Misdemeanor Elliott. If you hear her, I would just be so ecstatic.
Yeah. Oh my god. But you're like such a big Missy Elliott fan. What I think, I think Missy Elliott just needed the Megan Thee Stallion treatment to bring her into this context.
Yeah.
Because Missy Elliott, like, I love her, hometown hero. Like,
yeah.
straight up. But like last year was the first year she went out on a headlining tour.
I remember. That's crazy
It's
because I
crazy.
never knew that she never headlined her own. Yeah.
I just assumed she was a superstar, which is making me think, like, because of where we're from, is it disproportionate to
like we all thought she was a superstar because.
But she
her
was.
Well, yeah, she definitely
right?
was. But that's a good point, though. Yeah, what she was just touring with people, but not headlining.
Yeah. But that makes me think, like,
Hmm.
is Timbaland not as big or wasn't as big? It was just big to us.
Pharrell, yeah.
Are all these men just like, are all these artists not as big? But to us, they're like royalty?
Yeah. Huh. Maybe they are underappreciated a little.
A little bit.
But not Timbaland, I don't think.
No.
For his beats.
Oh, my point with Missy is, like, she hasn't made a song, like
In a
a
long
hit in
time.
a long time.
Yeah.
So that, like, bringing
I think
her out, yeah.
the last song I remember her was like that. What was that song where she was like, bounce, spaghetti bounce, like a
Oh,
basketball?
yeah.
What was that?
I don't remember. I remember
She released
you
a
were
couple
like, Nikki,
songs.
we gotta listen to this.
I did really enjoy it, but yeah, I think you're right. I think like in the general sense, I don't think her like she had a moment, but it was a little short lived, and then yeah, maybe you're right. But I love her as an artist, and she's also someone I feel like I love her costumes as well. She just expresses herself so much, and I just love that. You know, she's
Like,
not afraid to be like different with what she wears.
She started a lot of this, like, her music's so ahead of its time. Like, even Lose Control, that could be played at the club now. Get Your Freak On, like, The Rain, like, all of her hits could be hits today. I mean, I still hear them on the radio.
Same,
so.
yeah.
I love Missy Elliott.
Same.
And I love Queen Latifah, and I love Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm just like, they were all at Coachella, and we missed, you know,
We
and
did.
Gaga.
You know, I would have loved to go to Coachella, like, maybe 2006, like the first Coachella in like 2000 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that would have been cool to
True.
see, like, indie artists and to be all boho and
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I don't know about now. Now things are very complicated in a
Yeah.
weird way.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, I thought it was more just indie, but it does seem to be a little more like mainstream artists too. So I don't know. I don't know what the criteria is for Coachella.
Yeah.
If there's like a theme, I don't know.
Maybe it should be. Maybe Coachella should have a theme.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, this year's indie sleaze. This year is boho.
Yeah, it just seems a little all over the place sometimes with the artists. I'm like, oh, which I guess is good to have variety, but
That's good. I also love, like, that they have, like, an EDM, like, dance music tent. Always. I always think that should be a staple at any music festival.
You're just like,
Yeah.
oons.
Just, there has to be, like, a stage for that.
Definitely. Yeah.
Lana at Stagecoach.
Yes. I'm living for this. I'm living for her 57.5 song, you know?
I hope it makes the album.
I really hope
I
so.
hope this album comes out.
I hope so too. It has to. I feel like it's the sign since she's performing at Stagecoach, which is like a country stage. I get a country
Coachella.
Yeah, basically.
This year, I would have wanted to be at Stagecoach to see Lana.
Right?
Just utter the lyrics, I kissed Morgan Wallen, and I think it all went to his head.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I love it. A lot of people are saying she's like Lizzie Grant. Like she's going back to her Lizzie Grant roots. She's like holding nothing back and her lyricism, I guess.
I love it. I mean, Lana Del Rey can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Clearly. I mean, she's got 57.5 million listeners.
Yeah.
I love it. I love her when she's like, I hate everybody. I don't know, just some of the lyrics in that song. I'm like, yeah, they're a vibe.
100%. I loved even her, like, country covers.
Yeah.
Stagecoach.
Yeah, was Alabama, what is it, the Stars? No, that's not a cover.
She did Country Roads, Take Me Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did something else. I forgot now, but it's been so long ago. I feel like Coachella and Stagecoach, now that we're talking about it,
I know, same.
So long ago.
It does seem like a really long time. Oh, what about Gaga though in Brazil?
Oh my God, 2 million people?
Yeah.
Deserved.
Record breaking. I don't know.
That plot to take her out?
Plot to take her out?
Yeah, they arrested people. Apparently, like, there was a situation.
To take her out?
Yeah.
What?
But the cops got him. But 2 million people. Let's keep it
Sorry,
positive.
I didn't hear about that.
But this is a comedy podcast.
This is a comedy. This is all of a sudden this turns into like an episode of what is that show that we started?
Oh, the rehearsal.
The Rehearsal, yeah.
Oh my god,
Nathan Fielder's just he's like taking his little notes in the corner.
Yes. We show up in Brazil.
Yeah. We're doing the simulation or
Yes.
Yeah.
But we don't need to because the cops got him.
Good.
So we don't have to like.
It's not like how he's trying to like figure out how all the planes are crashing. Yeah. Sorry, it's gotta fix Timmy. I enjoyed the Rehearsal.
That's my favorite. I am obsessed with Nathan Fielder though. That's my like baby girl.
I get
Sorry,
his appeal.
Timmy.
I feel like he's kind of like John Mulaney, but like a little darker and moodier, maybe. Mm-hmm. You know, a little more unpredictable.
John Mulaney, like what he probably is on the inside, but like no one believes. Yeah, it is his shadow self. Or like, you know, like in John Mulaney's comedy specials, he's always like, you know, I am a darker person. Like I was addicted to drugs, like whatever. Like I'm darker, and people just look at me. They don't
believe me.
And I feel like Nathan Fielder is like his Wario.
Oh my god, he is his Wario. It's funny because the episode where they do like the American Idol audition style, he goes and gets the feedback from this one guy because he only rated him like a 4, I think. Because they afterwards, like you can rate the judge too. You know?
Oh yeah, because this episode or this season of the Rehearsal starts off like, I guess his theory or just the idea of it is like most plane crashes occur because the co-pilot's afraid to speak up, and that they like don't have a good relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then like somehow episode 3, he's like, oh, we're gonna. I don't know if he's just trying to build. I forget what the reason was for these like auditions, but he's like, we're gonna have a singing competition.
Oh, it's because he used to be one of these like producers.
For like what was it? Like Canadian?
Yeah, for Canadian Idol.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I forget why, and I've watched this twice now.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that he screened people before they got to go on television for real. He would be like one of the people that would say, okay, yeah, you're going to the next stage of the production. Like you are going to be, you know.
Oh, he was testing these like pilots and co-pilots to see how they would be able to tell people no.
Right, to see
effectively.
Like basically their confidence level if they have that skill.
Because a lot of these like transcripts, or not transcripts, but like logs.
Yeah.
You can hear of these plane crashes where everyone dies. The co-pilot is like, I don't think you should do this. And the pilot's like, shut up.
This is my plane.
Yeah. And then the co-pilot's like, okay. Which I get.
Yeah.
The first episode, this co-pilot named Moody is kind of relatable.
Yeah. Like, this doesn't look like a good idea.
Also, no offense to Moody, this poor man, it is like if we were co-pilots.
Really?
Like, I don't know. I don't trust him to fly a plane. Like, I wouldn't trust
myself.
Like, I don't trust me. You know?
We would both be 2 co-pilots in a plane. Be like, oh, I don't know. What do you think we should do? I don't know.
But that might help. Because, like, episode 3, Sully, because he's listening to allegedly Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. But he says, what do you think we should do? And a lot of these pilots don't even consider the co-pilot. Like, they're like, don't talk to me.
Yeah. But the co-pilot did say, I have no idea.
But they landed on the Hudson safe.
They did, yeah. All thanks to that song. All thanks to Evanescence.
What did you think? Also, Soak Up the Sun plays like an integral part of episode 3 because of Sully.
Oh, yeah. Sully, I loved that story of his like discovering, like getting an iPod and music kind of being his therapy.
Nathan Fielder's mind.
I think he's on to something. I feel like he's really on to something with the whole series and with whatever. He's like, it's like almost a social experiment, but then it's also comedy. I mean, he ruined that couple's life. But, you know.
They were going to break up anyways, and they would have broken up because the gal is taking gifts from customers at Starbucks.
That is wild. As someone who's worked at Starbucks, I'm like, That crosses a line.
When she says, like, oh, yeah, me and the customers, we're really good friends. Like, we hang out outside of work. What did you think of that?
Flowers. No, they're friend flowers. Like, she's just, I think she's a little full of it, but at the same time, I think she's just like, yeah, maybe she's just milking it. Maybe, I will say, as a barista, people do come to you and confide in you, just like you were a bartender. It's crazy. Like, you would think you're at the bar at 3 a.m. and someone's depressed and you're like, hey, I have to listen to their whole spiel. You know, it does happen. So I could see that, but at the same time, entertaining it, I think. If she's like, oh, he bought me an anklet. I'm like, that's a little weird.
It's a little weird. I thought it was the weirdest when she was like, yeah, we all hang out outside of work.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because the context, like, you don't get that context right away. So you just think that the guy's really insecure. And he's like, well, she works at Starbucks, you know, so I think she might leave me for, like, some guy, like, a customer or something. And, like, Nathan feels like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And we're also like, I don't understand. And then, like, later when she talks about it, you're like, oh. That's okay. Now I get where he's coming from. And they're like, what, 4 hours away or something?
Yeah. Well, and he's always on the planes. He's always busy being a co-pilot.
Yeah.
She's
wild.
Working at Starbucks.
It's very entertaining, though.
Very much so. So you're telling me, you know how today I came into the coffee shop and I was like nervous, so I word vomited to all you guys about not being like the first at a meeting?
Yeah.
People just do that to you all the time.
Oh, yeah. All the time. But, you know, a little less maybe than a Starbucks.
Okay.
Or maybe more sometimes. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If I didn't know you guys, I would not confide in my barista. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But people, I guess when you see someone every day, I don't know, people just really project.
Gotcha.
Especially lonely people.
Aw.
Which sometimes can be nice. But then, like I said, they could cross the line. It's creepy.
Free
I've had people
inputs?
leave weird notes on my car, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They've never been viable options. No offense.
No.
To those people, but
anyway.
Anywho. But yeah, no, I'm loving the rehearsal. You know, for one moment, back to companion. What are your thoughts on companion robots? Do you think that would happen? And do you think
I think it will.
You'd want one?
No, I don't want one. I will say, full transparency in Lorde fashion, during the 2020 pandemic, I was a little lonely. I did download an app where you can talk to a robot.
Aww.
And you can design your robot. However, that is just on your phone. And that was just as a friend to confide. I mean, that's like it's not like I didn't have you, but you know, I don't think we were like living. It's like everyone was so isolated. Remember those 2 weeks where you literally couldn't? There was like a weird time frame where it was like you must stay 6 feet, or not even. I don't even know. They were like
everyone quarantined.
You had to quarantine. Yeah, it was like the quarantine, like right in the center of the quarantine.
Yeah.
So I just felt so locked in and like so stressed about the world. And I didn't have a therapist at the time.
You were playing your Sims.
I did. Yeah. Well, that was great. But when I was going through it, I was like, I forget what the app was called. It actually sucks now. It's not good. I tried it like maybe like a year ago just to see. I don't know. I was having a moment and I'm like,
bring back my old relationship.
Oh man, I wish I could remember what it's called.
It's like meeting up with an ex again. You're like, let's see if the magic's still there,
baby. The magic is not there anymore. Oh, it's called Replica with a K.
That sounds like a horror movie. That sounds like Companion.
Well, this is the part that got me is like if you paid for the subscription, you could have a relationship status. You could be like a lover with the robot.
You have to pay for a her situation?
Yeah, basically. So I didn't want that anyways because I think, you know, well, I already had a boyfriend. But also, even if I didn't, I think that's a little weird because, I don't know, I have a couple different feelings on like robots in this companion situation. I think like talking to robot, like in a controlled environment, I don't think there's anything wrong with like, you know, maybe you got to blow off steam to chat GPT.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really talk to robots anymore, but you know, like whatever purpose it can serve.
You're fighting with people on the internet.
Now I'm fighting with real. Now I talk. Yeah, I'm like ready. I'm stepping onto the Reddit streets, which I'll tell you about.
Yeah, I want to hear about this.
But what was the question? Just do I think it will happen?
Yeah,
I think it's gonna happen because there's some sick people out there, and I think it's gonna be really messed up. And I think, yeah, at some point there's gonna be like robots revolting, and then we're gonna get into like robot rights because if you make something in like a human form, I feel like there's just issues with that. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, come on, guys, like I don't know. I feel like there's a weird thing with like sex bots, maybe like a.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really a need for them, but like, I don't know. I think that idea is like really messed up. Like, I just don't think, but they already exist. They've existed for years.
For a long time, actually.
It's like kind of crazy. So we already kind of have that. It's just like not like a normalized thing. And it's not like the production is, you know.
I think we should keep shame.
Yeah.
About that.
Let's keep shaming people.
Yeah. Let's keep shame alive.
Yeah.
Like the opposite of a Brene Brown TED Talk. Like shame.
Well, it's just because like with robots, it's like, well, yeah, I feel like they might have the capacity to, it could be like a companion situation, you know?
Yeah, it's like.
And then also like you're maybe gonna abuse a robot? Like.
I guess. It's just also lame. You can't bag anyone. Like you can't get anyone. Like you have to have a robot.
Yeah, that is really lame.
What a loser. Loser behavior.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So even if I do think it is going to be like a thing in the future, like I could totally see that. But also, let's keep shame alive.
Yeah.
In regards to that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't see like in the next 10 years, 15 years us being cool with companions like that.
The only thing that I think would be okay is maybe like with an older person who lives alone, maybe having like a friend companion of sorts.
People should come and visit.
You know what?
Their elders.
Yeah, I know, you're right. But what if someone has like no family or something? Like what if it's a very specific situation? I don't know.
Make some friends.
But you know what? That would be so uncanny. I just don't know if we have the technology like how it like in the movies.
Yeah.
It makes it, you know how like the robots look so good?
Yeah.
I've seen some, I've gone down like rabbit holes, and this was like years ago on YouTube, like the uncanny freaky robots.
Oh, like a Whitney Cummings robot that looks like
her.
her.
That one's scary. Yeah. Or like, I think is it Sarah? Is that the one? There's one robot who was getting really intelligent and who was like doing the boop boop, you know?
Yeah.
Like talking to the.
Oh, yes,
like that,
I remember.
What is it called when it's all connected? Like all the robots.
Oh, like the lingo.
There's like a link that connects them all. And
I think we all saw that video and collectively got the ick and we're like, yeah, no.
Did they? I don't know if they shut the project down though. I don't know.
I don't know, but I think the general public consensus was nah.
Yeah.
Which I hope.
I hope that stays.
I mean,
we have so many things warning us not to like create artificial intelligence, you know, and make like I think once you put them in a body, there's something that happens. You know what I mean? Like an app on your phone, okay, that's like an avatar. Like that's not really real. But then like I thought it was really sick, like that in Companion, like the guy, like Josh, who gives the robot like an existential crisis. It's like really cruel. Like you've already shut down the robot and you wake him up to be like, hey, you know you're a robot and you mean nothing to me. Like I'm like, what the?
It's like, don't say goodbye then.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, he's gonna say, here's just trash.
It's totally trash. Also, it's like, yeah, it is. It's sick. It's twisted.
It's very twisted. But I feel like people would do things like there's probably people that would jailbreak the robots and mod them. Like that opens up. Like it really does open things up.
It really does. Oh, you know what I noticed on the doc? Speaking of AI, that new Maroon 5 video with Lisa.
Oh.
Does feel like AI to me.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the Danny DeVito Ariel remake.
What I will say about the Disney AI remakes that you sent me, so they're on YouTube, they're like 3-4 minute videos of like Danny DeVito as the Little Mermaid or Keanu Reeves as
the correct
Cinderella.
use of AI.
I agree.
It's comedy.
I know the Disney like remakes. I haven't seen a lot of them just because they don't look visually like nice and appealing.
Yeah.
I did see Beauty and the Beast. But I don't think I even saw Cinderella or like The Lion. I didn't see any of those.
I didn't. Yeah, I was not tempted.
And I know the new Snow White with Rachel Zegler flopped and Gal Gadot.
Oh yeah,
as the evil queen. But I think the problem is they're not casting them or making them.
The casting is wrong. AI. Now, if it was Danny DeVito
as Ariel,
that's a smash hit.
I'm into
different perspective.
Very into it. I'm very into Keanu Reeves as Cinderella and Zendaya as the prince.
The Zendaya, like I love the casting. Like it was so funny. Like whoever made these videos, it took me out when it was like Zendaya. I was like, oh my gosh, how did they think of this? And then, Al Pacino's the fairy godmother, and then it's like John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell as the evil stepsisters, but then it's like a nod to Step Brothers. Like that was genius and hilarious. It's like, it makes me think of all those times we've talked about like making our own movie, you know, like you can really fan cast.
A total fan casting with those AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Proper use of AI. Also better than the real life Disney remakes.
I know. I was so entertained, and I don't know. It gave me life.
No, those I loved. And thank you for sending
I'm so
them.
glad. Yeah, because they've come a long way with the animation, actually. It's looking a little less uncanny.
It is.
It has its moments.
The Danny DeVito as the Little Mermaid one really did compel me. I was into that story. I wanted more.
It's because because it sounds like something he might say, like his tone and like the word, like the script that they wrote was like tailored to Danny DeVito.
Very specific, and also it does remind me of like something Frank and It's Always Sunny. It does seem like a weird storyline, and It's Always Sunny in a weird way. So I was into it. No, what I was talking about, I saw in the doc you put the new Maroon 5 single on.
Yeah,
which feels not real to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's something about it.
Honestly, I just had a lot of questions.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the song. It's not bad. I feel like I was a little more excited about the idea of the song than the actual song. And then the video, like, can I be honest? I really just put this up there because I wanted to talk about Adam Levine's hair.
I wondered why you put it up there because
and also Lisa is on there, so I'm like, oh, okay.
I know you like little Lisa.
I do. I liked what she did there, but you know, I do think it's a little creepy, the eyes he's giving her, and also, just like, why did he shave his hair and bleach his hair? Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Adam Levine, it's not working for him. Famine of Appearance.
Yeah. So Maroon 5. Are they still Maroon? Is this a band still, or is this just Adam Levine?
I'm confused. Okay, I was a little confused by that as well. But who else is Maroon 5? Well, are there 5 of them? I'm just discovering Maroon 5.
Also, how did the other 4 members of Maroon 5 feel? Or
Wait,
6?
There's 6 of them. They need to be Maroon 6. There's 6 people in this photo.
It's rude. It is a little rude of Adam Levine to take all the spotlight.
Yeah, I'm a little confused because I just associate Maroon 5 with Adam Levine. So are there... Because it's not like, like in a boy band, obviously there's, multiple boys. And maybe one of them gets like, like obviously like Justin Timberlake, Yeah. It's kind of like... Well, no, he's not the only face, but...
Or like the Harry Styles.
Yeah. But you still see the other members.
Yeah, like Zayn and Louis. And
this is crazy.
They still exist.
My whole life I've never thought about Maroon 5 like that deeply.
I mean, I don't think about Maroon 5 a lot, to be frank.
Yeah, it says they're American pop rock band. Lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist Adam Levine, rhythm guitarist and keyboard Jesse, lead guitarist, keyboardist, bassist. So no one else sings. It's just him.
But there's still people in the band, right?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Oh, old Maroon 5 bangers.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I like old Maroon 5 songs.
Yeah.
I'm not like above it. Like I like the
This
Fray.
Love.
Oh my god, Harder to Breathe.
Yeah.
That song with Rihanna.
Oh yeah.
They did was good. That's about it. I feel like Moves Like Jagger was the tipping point.
Yeah. No, I agree. Although Sugar.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Sugar.
Yeah.
It's just Maroon 5 is a band that just like I'm dumbfounded by them. I'm just like I don't understand how they're still making music.
Yeah, I was just a little shocked, just a little shook.
And now they're back.
They're back, I guess. And Adam Levine's changed his look, and I won't have it.
With Lisa from Blackpink.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like the song does remind me of like old Maroon 5 a bit, but it's not as good, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it could be better. I thought there'd be a little more production in there or something.
And I know they're trying to do like an acting music video skit almost to be like Mr. and Mrs. Smith with like Adam Levine and Lisa.
Yeah.
But like, no offense to Adam Levine.
Yeah, he could not get Lisa.
Well, what I was going to say was he's like a 40-year-old man in a band. Like, being in a band is so much cooler than being like a pop star.
Yeah,
he should be the lead singer of a band, which he is.
You think like there should be more like shenanigans with the band members or something?
Be a band. Pretend to play that rhythm guitar at least a little bit in the music video.
Yeah.
Have some like integrity, man. Be a little bit of a band. Pretend.
He's like, no, I'm too cool as I am.
I'm like, pretend to at least be a band. Be a man and be in a band. I just don't understand the trajectory. It's like, but maybe it's a generational thing because it's like One Direction, right?
Yeah.
All of those guys wanted to step out. And besides Zayn, like, and Liam, rest in peace, the other three were like, I want to be credible artists. And they went in the direction of like,
there's three. Wait.
Like, Louis.
Oh, I forgot all about Louis.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy, to be honest.
I forgot about him.
Yeah. Can't forget about Louis.
Sorry, Louis.
I know, I feel bad for him. I mean, like, he's great. But you know, he like now makes music that kind of sounds like Oasis-y, like a little Brit poppy. You know, Niall is kind of a little more Ed Sheeran-y, a little more acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Harry, you know, is doing like his like Fleetwood Mac sound, but they all like were like, I want to make whatever like they thought like real music was, you know?
Yeah.
Or even in One Direction, they were like, we want to kind of take it in
another direction.
Another direction, not just like, because you know they were always making fun of like the dance moves that boy bands would do, or even Nick Jonas. Remember Nick Jonas in The Administration with Prince's backing band? Like he was.
I forgot all about that.
He was like, you know, maybe this is just a personal preference for me. Like I love it when a boy band member goes solo, and then it's like I want to be a real artist and like picks up an instrument.
Yeah,
like, that's cool to me.
Yeah, you're like at this point, just go solo.
Yeah, but also like Maroon 5 was so cool when they were just a band.
Yeah.
We're not cool, but they were at least making
I do
music.
associate Adam Levine with just Adam Levine. Like, I don't know. That's interesting.
Such a bitch move. Like, be in a band. Why are you rolling around on the ground with Lisa? Singing a watered down version of like your old songs.
Yeah.
Sorry to be
No,
so
it's
hard.
Okay. I put him on here to hate on him.
Oh, okay.
To roast him. This is our Adam Levine roast.
I love it. But yeah,
in a tournament, I know. I'm like, I like to put things on the dock that I hate. I'm up for conflict now since I've gone to Reddit. There's a new me.
I want to hear about this because I was like, I don't want to hate like yuck on Bree's yum about Maroon 5.
Oh no, it's not exact. I thought it was gonna be, but then I'm like, you know what? I'll talk about it anyway. So what I've been up to on Reddit. This is okay.
Is this Adam Levine related?
It is not.
Oh.
But it's just related, to us, to
us.
Well, not to us, but like to our podcast, to things we talk about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
not
wow.
like us, like personally.
You're such a narcissist, though. I'm like, what? Okay, cool. Haters, yeah.
Okay, but basically, let me try to give you a timeline on this. So this is just me, like a little bit trolling, a little bit, just putting my feelings out there.
Reddit is the perfect space.
Yeah, and I remember you saying like the real streets of Reddit, like that's where you like people's opinions matter. So I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna make my opinion matter. So I got to get back to this and reply, but I'm not that pressed because I feel like that's really lame to be that pressed about, But just look at all this. This is a back and forth between me and this person.
Oh my God, about the hours?
It's about the hours. Yes. So there's a Reddit. Someone posted something in the movies thread, which I follow just because, our podcast and just my interest in movies. But let me go to the full discussion so I can give you a timeline of when I posted. But a lot of these, this is funny because a lot of these were from like 3 years, 2 years ago, but someone posted from like 5 months ago. So people are still thinking about the hours, and the main post was, did anyone feel like the message of the hours was very off? Like, I guess they just, maybe it's because, they kind of, touch on like suicide and things like that. I don't know. Some people just didn't seem to get it. whatever. People are going back and forth on their theories. And then someone said she was not dumb. They're kind of talking about Julianne Moore's character and not understanding like why, you know, she abandoned her family and all this stuff.
Wait a second, they don't understand that?
Yeah, I guess it wasn't clear. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this movie's easy to understand and it's pretty clear to me. And her performance makes it so believable, and I can empathize with her character so much, even though, like, maybe it is wrong to abandon your child. Like, I get that argument.
Me if I had a family. I mean,
Nikki, deadbeat mom, justice for deadbeat moms. Nikki, oh my God, you should go on your Reddit and comment below. Say justice for deadbeat moms, please.
No. I don't think
that are living their dreams.
Yeah, but
in parentheses.
I just think, to me, I think it is.
I know that's a very serious subject,
but no, like in the 1950s and 60s, like expectations in life was just so different, and as a role of a woman and your place and your trajectory in life, you know, it just she fell into it. Julianne Moore's character, like, met John C. Reilly's character and like fell in love, of course, and like did what you were supposed to do and be a housewife like you were supposed to do. And it wasn't something that was, you know, she had all these dark thoughts and like these feelings and like wanting to escape. She was just like
mental
in a cage.
Illness was also a like what is it, like, it taboo? It was stigmatized. Yeah, like people didn't talk about that stuff.
She was like
also the asylums. Imagine what they would do.
You can't go to the loony bin.
Yeah,
that's when they called it the loony bin.
Exactly.
But just that, like, she's at a point in her life where she's like, am I going to kill myself or am I going to start a new life?
Yeah. But people didn't seem to understand that. They didn't understand, like, the message. And then, so this was what the original poster said. I understand the character of Laura was not happy with her role as a mother and wife. So instead of killing herself, she decided to leave the family. But clearly we see the trauma it had on her son, who ended up killing himself. So can you really feel any sympathy for her? It's like the movie's telling you to escape when people who love you need you if you do not want them.
That's not why Ed Harris's character killed himself. But anyways.
No, I agree. That's not. But, you know, they're just, you know, which it's a valid question, I feel like, if you didn't quite get that, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a valid open up the discussion, whatever.
Yeah.
And some people are like a little more empathetic. Some people aren't. And some people are like, yeah, this movie isn't telling you to do anything but feel. Why can't a movie just be a story? Why does there need to be messaging? Blah, blah, blah. Someone's like, it's not telling you to follow the characters. People deal with things in different ways. But there's like a back and forth. And anyway, one person said, yeah, she was not dumb. She could have found a way to take care of her children and live independently. And I said, I hear you, but in the 50s, I got 4 votes. Anyway, because I feel like taking care of a kid on your own and living independently was not that easy. You know, women couldn't open up the credit cards to like the 70s or something crazy. Yeah. Getting a divorce wasn't easy. I don't know. There's just a lot that just wasn't. It's like maybe it wasn't impossible, but you might be ostracized. Things weren't easy. She also may have been queer. You know, there's like a lot of layers that the film's trying to deal with. Like, you know this. Anyway, someone replies to me, not even the person who posted. They go, yes, in the 50s. Good grief. People got divorced even then. Anyway, you know, she's talking about how her actions were selfish, which, you know, it's kind of true, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. Why'd she marry a man she didn't love? All this stuff. And I'm just like, well, I agree. You know, I'm trying to say, you know, just trying to like make a point. I'm talking about like gay women. She's like, oh, well, how did you know she was gay? It just like goes on and on, girl. So I posted that like months ago and then they followed back. You know, we just kind of gone, it's just been a lot. And then she talks about like, I just feel like, you know, that we weren't seeing eye to eye. But there's I just feel like this person was wrong at the same time because their argument, they had some good points, but also some points that were a little less solid because the character never talks about, like, she doesn't use it as a threat. It was a private moment where she's in the hotel room and considers something. You know what I mean? Like,
she's having this internal struggle.
Yeah. And then I like go on and I'm like, you know what, we're getting to the weeds, but I'm like, even though I like talk about like being a child of abandonment myself, I'm like, you know what? I even agree. I'm like, yeah, her choices were valid. I even feel that way. So like for her, I'm just like, you know, this is a movie, but it's based on a book. And what I find fascinating that I didn't know is that in the book, the author based some of her character on his own mother.
Oh, interesting.
Which is interesting. Isn't that?
Well, I think like a lot of times, especially like mothers Happy Mother's
I
Day.
know, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, well, happy Mother's Day, everyone.
But this is fascinating. It's also fascinating that there is such a moral dilemma in this Reddit thread about specifically the Julianne Moore character in relation to, you know, how it all turns back around.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, as a mother, the idea that everyone has is you're supposed to like love the kid no matter, like, all these things that they're saying to like be like, well, she shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
It's like all the things that we kind of feel when we're watching Julianne Moore's characters like struggle and debate and like her conflicting feelings about it, her internal struggles. Like, I think that The Hours does a really great job of...
It's not like she wanted to necessarily abandon her kid, like, at first.
She doesn't feel like she... It's obvious like she loves them, and on some degree she loves John C. Reilly, her husband's character, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's not black and white.
It's not black and white.
Not meant to be moral. And also The Hours, like, circling back to Ed Harris's character, it's like all the little things that affect you.
Yeah.
Make you the person you are, but Ed Harris's character doesn't unalive himself because of the abandonment from Julianne Moore.
And in my understanding, didn't they have some... Well, I guess they weren't super close. It was complicated for him.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't think that was the sole reason.
Well, wait, he had
It's because he had a terminal... Yeah. You know what? That's what I'm going to add to my next argument when I reply to this. It's been 19 days, but best believe...
It's almost like the point is moot, though, because it doesn't really, like, matter if she was a bad mom or not. That's not the reason why he killed himself.
Mind you, a whole month passed, and then they replied to me. So I replied a few days later. Anyway.
Also, culturally, like, maybe technically you could get a divorce, but culturally
that was my point, too.
Wasn't accepted. So, like...
Yeah, which I think they understood. Anyway, they're just taking it way too seriously. Because they're like, I am gobsmacked that you think it's morally justified for a parent to abandon their child this way. I'm like, girl, I don't know. And she's like trying to be like, oh, you could have I don't know. But getting out of a divorce wasn't that simple either. I did a lot of research on this. Anyway, I'm
also,
trying to back up.
Like, who hurt you? Like, what's going on in their life? Because it seems like a projection a little bit.
It does.
Because they're creating a whole different scenario where...
I'm like, that's not what happened, though, in the movie.
And it's about repressing yourself, like even going to, like, Virginia Woolf.
Yeah.
You know, it's like keeping your feelings, like, all bottled inside and, like, repression and, like, wanting to escape it and liberate yourself in a way. And sometimes, not that suicide is great or good or more, like, I don't know, but, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but The Hours is way more...
There's so much more to it, and it's not... Yeah. I still... Yeah. I mean, yeah. I understand why her character made the choices she did. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not going to be on my moral high horse about it, but I don't know. I think it's funny that someone else was.
But what's beautiful about art and what's great about film is you can put yourself in these characters' shoes and feel what they're feeling.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
And everyone makes mistakes, and we can't put right or wrong on every little thing because you'll just...
That's what I'm saying. I think also, too, like, you could maybe say, like, oh, yeah, that choice, maybe, yeah, right and wrong is kind of maybe too black and white. But, you know, you could be like, oh, I don't agree with that choice. I don't think that was I guess you could say that you don't think it's the right
choice.
Yeah. Or maybe not the best choice. But I think we could still have empathy for her character. That's 100%.
All.
And I just love The Hours. So yeah. I'm going to keep arguing with this stranger until my point gets through.
Well, also, it just isn't the point. Like,
but it's low stakes. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, I feel like they're missing the point. But it's just funny. I've never gotten into an argument over anything like this.
Go to the script.
The Hours.
He never even says anything like that about his mom.
Yeah.
Like, where in the script does it say or imply?
See, and this is why I need Nikki. Come in. Be my co-pilot on this Reddit.
I will. Okay, I'm going to be your co-pilot, and I'm going to speak up.
Then speak up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. I thought you'd get a hoot out of that.
Should we end this episode with a little bring me to life?
I think we should, yeah.
Sounds good. Well, this was so fun.
I know.
Can't wait for next week.
I'm glad we got to catch up. Thank you guys for listening.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.